Jacob spoke with measured compassion and quiet worry. Yes, about the source of your unconscious tendency to appease, even at the cost of your future happiness. Were you raised in an emotionally volatile, maybe even aggressive household? Because that environment scars our nervous system and unconscious for life, unless we unpack it, individuate it, as Jung called it. May's eyes widened briefly. Then she looked down, fingers tracing the edge of her chair as if grounding herself. Yes, volatile is, putting it mildly. My father was brilliant. Physics professor, always debating, always right. But when he lost an argument or the day went wrong, the house turned into a minefield. Shouting, slamming doors, then days of cold silence. My mother walked on eggshells, taught me the same. Smooth things over, don't rock the boat, make yourself small and agreeable so the storm passes faster. I learned early that peace came from not having needs, from anticipating what would set him off and preempting it. Appeasing became automatic, safe. Her voice lowered, almost confessional. I thought I'd outgrown it. PhD, career, independence. I built this whole life to prove I wasn't that scared girl anymore. But here it is, same pattern, delaying the biggest decision of my life because I'm terrified of conflict. Terrified that if I state what I want, clearly he'll explode or withdraw or, worst of all, look at me like I'm unreasonable. So, yeah, the appeasing, it's not just habit, it's scar tissue. Nervous system wired to prioritize harmony over my own desires. Individuation, unpacking that. I've read Jung, but reading isn't the same as facing it in the mirror. What would that even look like? Starting to pull those threads apart without everything unraveling? That's what I meant. You need to keep in mind when you feel resentment towards your husband, he may have unconsciously exploited your appeasing tendencies. Maybe he has such tendencies of his own, but your father was responsible for controlling his temper around you as a child, so as to not create those tendencies in you in the first place. Now, we are all human and flawed, but placing the anger in its rightful slots serves us with justice, which is essential to move forward in peace with ourselves. I am worried about you, not your husband, nor your father. I'm sorry those men were not capable of bearing the responsibility they had. Justice, placing the anger where it belongs. That feels almost foreign. For so long, anger has been this diffuse thing, aimed at the world, at the absurdity, at myself, for not being able to fix it. Redirecting it feels precise. Dangerous, but precise. My father, yes, he should have controlled the storms. He was the adult. He knew the power he had over a child's nervous system, and he didn't. That scar is mine, but the fault isn't. And my husband, if he's been benefiting from my appeasing without ever calling it out, without urging me forward, that's on him too. Not fully, maybe, but partly. I don't have to carry the whole blame for our shared avoidance. I think I've been trying to protect everyone except myself. Father from accountability, husband from conflict, the future from my failure. And in the process, I've left myself exposed to the worst kind of resentment, the kind that turns inward and eats you alive. I'm not going to let that happen anymore. When I talk to him tonight, I'll speak from this place, not from appeasement, not from cosmic despair, but from what I actually need and deserve. If resentment comes, I'll name it. This part is his, this part is my father's, this part is mine for delaying, and then I'll let the rest go. Because you're right, I'm the one who needs peace now, not them, me. Thank you for worrying about me. It's strange to hear, but it helps. I think I have what I need to walk out that door. For the first time in a long time, the next step doesn't feel like running away. I'll let you know how it goes, or maybe I'll just keep choosing. Either way, this mattered. Thank you, Jacob, truly. As the session ended, May stood and made a slight bow, an instinctive, almost formal gesture as she thanked Jacob again. The words came easily. What followed did not. A deep sadness settled in her chest. Not anxiety, not panic. Fear was there, yes, but it no longer dominated the room. This was different, heavier. For the first time, the weight she carried felt unmistakably hers, not inherited, not abstract, not assigned by a diagnosis or deferred to the future. And she knew, quietly, without drama, that she would do something about it. She passed the glass wall on her way out and offered a polite wave to Jacob's wife. The woman returned it with a small, knowing smile. May nodded once more and stepped into the hallway. Her pace was slow at first, then deliberate. With every step, the weight increased. Not crushing, but undeniable. Real. The kind of gravity that comes with ownership. Outside, she stopped. The prescription was still in her hand. Without thinking, before the part of her trained to explain, justify, soften, she turned and hurled it through the open window toward the street. The motion surprised her, the force behind it even more. A grown woman, she thought distantly, and I just did that. The absurdity hit her all at once. She burst out laughing. The sound cracked midway, laughter dissolving into something raw as tears spilled freely down her face. She didn't try to stop them, didn't wipe them away. She stood there, laughing and crying in equal measure, the city briefly pausing around her as if unsure how to respond. When she stepped fully outside, rain began to fall. Not a storm, not a drizzle, just enough. It matched her perfectly. May walked to her car, the rain disguising nothing and forgiving everything. She sat behind the wheel and finally allowed herself to cry, deep, unguarded, unmedicated. For the first time in a long while, the sadness didn't feel like an illness. It felt like truth.